record somewhere. All right, let's get started. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to the Bmore Nerdy Podcast. This is episode 130? 29? 30?
You don't know anymore.
I don't.
We don't know.
I just come to work.
Pete, you know.
Oh, I mean, I used to know, but I found my notebook. I haven't seen it in a while, so.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to episode 128 of the Bmore Nerdy Podcast. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, and a.k.a. the OG Galaxy, a.k.a. Mr. Space Waits, a.k.a. the Hentai Honcho, and with me today are my co-hosts, Diva XOXO.
It is, little dummies. It's your girl, Diva XOXO, a.k.a. the Sophista Ratchet, a.k.a. the HNIC, the head nerd in charge, a.k.a. the unofficial Disney princess.
You were so close to getting it perfect, but I fucks with it. And my other co-host, HD TV.
Yeah, you know, HDTV, anime aficionado, Death Note holder. We're gonna leave it at that. Fuck what they say. Don't you do it. I know you're about to open your mouth to say it, and don't you dare.
Which one of us was gonna open our mouth to say is the better question? Because there's two people here. I'm just saying.
If it don't apply, let it fly.
I be swimming though, so I'm gonna say it now. That being said, let's get into episode 128. Today's topic is going to be toxic fan bases, because they exist everywhere, and it's time that we expose them. If you don't know, or if you're new to anime, there is in almost every fandom toxic individuals, but there are just some fan bases that stand out amongst the rest as just annoying as hell. Whether they be toxic, whether they be annoying, whether they be fact checkers, whether they just be pain in the asses for anyone who wants to enjoy the fandom. At the end of the day, it's cartoons. Let people enjoy themselves. I mean, fact-checking arguments, sure, but if someone's just trying to enjoy the fandom, let them enjoy the fandom. But today, we're going to talk about those a little bit. So, who wants to go first? All right, Diva, your mic's acting shit, but you can go first.
Hey, Mike, get it together. Oh, there it is. See, you heard me. Okay. I'm going to go with the obvious answer first. Let's get them out the way. It's going to be the Dragon Ball Z fans.
That was on my list.
Yeah, I just want to take them out. Like, let's get it over with. You guys are the worst. You're some of the most gatekeepers, like, are Dragon Ball Z fans, because it's like, have you seen this anime? Have you seen this? If you haven't seen this, then you're not a real anime fan. I just started watching anime back in blah blah blah, and when blah blah blah, and it's like, shut up. And then, like, then they're just, no, what's the other words? Oh, they're like, they power scale everything. Like, everything has to be power scaled. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Not every anime works on a power scale. And if we want to be power scale-y, like, I can mess up some arguments. And then y'all be mad because y'all be like, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. And I'm like, but it does count. They did it. It happened. I mean, technically, Bulma is stronger than Goku. If we want to say it. I've seen Bulma knock out Goku all the time. She knocks him over, knocks him out.
Okay, and we're going to ignore the shit out of her because she's just talking out of her ass. And I'm not having... No. We're talking about toxic fandoms and you say some bullshit like that? Nah, get the fuck out of here. Get out. Nah, you're in timeout. Because what the hell?
Yes, I get it's a gag, but like if we're going to be like, oh, he did this and he did that, well, that's a feat for her.
No.
Yo, shut your punk ass up. I'm sick of you already.
Y'all see?
No. Because this is a segue to feminism. Because now you're about to just say that for every main character.
You about to say it. Oh, yo, I feel it. I felt it. I felt it coming. Yo, Luffy's not even that strong. Nami be knocking the shit out of him. Nami has Conqueror's Haki. Oh my god. That's you. That's what you're about to do.
Yeah. No, Luffy, not Luffy.
Do it to irk people, but it's just like everything doesn't have to be power scaled. Like you said in the beginning, let people enjoy it for what it is. I don't care who Goku can beat. Goku's a terrible human being. Well, he's not a human being. So
I have arguments against that, and I'm gonna do that on Father's Day. I'm gonna defend Goku. We're gonna go to court. However, one thing I will say is I agree with you on the power scaling thing, because everyone looks at it as an argument of who can beat who, when in reality sometimes the story is just meant to be enjoyable. Like, one thing I really enjoy about JJK is that nobody in technically, if you're a sorcerer that's special grade, you can take out a country by yourself, in theory, right? That's what their grading system in the show says, right? But that's more of based on the fact that, like, you have powers, people can't see your powers, and you would just be a walking force of nature. Not the fact that you can, like, Gojo can't make a hollow purple the size of America. He would just be able to decimate America because they don't have any counters to him. I like
Have
that
you ever
because
seen him try though?
I have, and he got washed. But my point being is that these characters, a lot of the time, in some of these more interesting stories, they don't have the capability to destroy the world. However, in the certain circumstances of their show, they're powered because there is no natural counter, or just that's the scale of their powers. Like, Sukuna took out a large section of a city, right? But no one's going to be like, yeah, Sukuna could do that to a whole country, bro. That's not how his powers work. Could he spam it? Absolutely. But that's going to take him a while. Like, there are certain things. And I like that. I like when things are scaled smaller. Like, that's one of the reasons I really like Don right now. Because things are scaled so small. But, like, they seem powerful nonetheless, you know? Heed, what's your toxic fan base, brother?
I think I would go Death Note, actually, since that's right there.
Explain.
Well, so this is prepositioned by the fact that I don't know enough fan bases of anime. I don't engage in anyone. I'm very antisocial. I just watch anime and stick to my own world. But what I do understand,
everybody.
Shut up. What I understand is some people that watch Death Note and somebody else watched it and it says, I couldn't get into it. They start attacking them. They're like, you're just too simple.
Masterpiece.
Like, you're too simple minded. You just don't understand it. Like,
yeah.
Look, I get it. Death Note's a great anime, but like said, it's just might not be for everyone, and you can't start attacking people because you feel like they just didn't feel like didn't comprehend what was going on. They probably did. They just didn't care. Maybe they just want to see someone get punched in the face, not someone eat a chip out of a bag, all dramatic, like, you know. And that's okay.
So I'm going to go off the anime tip, and I'm going to give one that y'all wouldn't have said, but is a core memory for anybody who's been a part of this fandom. Call of Duty has the most toxic fandom ever. I have core memories of being called, and I quote, a sand nigger. I breathed on the mic, and I was like, yo, what? And he was like, yeah, shut up, you sand nigger. I was like, excuse, what is that? Bro.
That's what you are. Like, I don't even think you qualify.
Call of Duty has the most racist and toxic community. Some people are just toxic for fun, but there are so many people that are actually just racist hopping on Call of Duty just to be racist, and it's really crazy. It's entertaining as hell because, like, go ahead.
The gaming community at large.
No.
So you it's crazy because you lived through this era, but you weren't part of this era.
Right.
Modern Warfare 2. Those Call of Duty lobbies were so vicious.
There's memes about it everywhere because it's so like, if you didn't have like the roasting skills, you better have that mic turned off. Don't let somebody hear you breathe. They are going to get in your ass, and they'll be on the same team.
Yeah, like it was very rough. I think it got faded out after Black Ops 2. Completely. I haven't played Call of Duty in the last couple of years, but I know it faded away when they stopped doing dedicated like lobbies. I don't know why they would do that. So when you load into a Call of Duty game, right, you're in a lobby and it's you and all these people in the lobby, and y'all are just gonna keep running different maps in this lobby.
Right.
What they changed is now once you finish that game, you and whoever's in your party are kicked out and you're finding a new lobby. So you don't get to play with those same people ever again.
It's called skill-based matchmaking. They switched from dedicated servers to skill-based matchmaking. So like you would be in a game with the same niggas, like he just said, like over and over and over and over again. But then like if you really got sick and tired of losing, or they got sick and tired of losing to you, they just leave. But most of the time, people were talking shit the whole time. So I'm not gonna let you get this shit off. I'm not gonna let you just win.
Nah, sometimes even when you leave and they come right back, it's just like, damn, they put you right back here with me.
You tried to leave? Oh, you thought you were getting away? Oh yeah, I got something for you. Like it was a great time, but it was a terrible time. And you said the gaming community at large. Example: An example of a non-toxic community, Warframe. The most positive community I've ever been a part of. And, like, that's a community that I would call it paying it forward. Like, when you come in as a new Warframe player, and you're like, oh, I need help in a mission, and you see someone, like, OD powerful, they'll be like, come with me. They'll invite you to their clan that's, like, already fully leveled up. They'll give you a bunch of stuff. They'll give you platinum, which is the in-game currency that is spent money, and they'll be like, buy this. This will do really good for your playstyle. Here's how you use it. Here's some of the stuff to upgrade it. And then just be like, now I'm going to help you level up. And then once you do that and once you understand, you start getting other frames on your own and you start helping other people. And it is a cycle. Like, I've done it. Other people have done it for me. Like, when you get to that point, you're like, look, I'm going to show you how it's done. And you do it. And that community is like one of the best communities out there. Because they just want people to play and enjoy the game. Because they know the more people that play, the more shit they're going to get. So
my next fan base is the K-pop girlies. I
agree.
They're scary. They're scary. Y'all are scary. I'm just gonna say it. Like, other people won't say it because it's like, oh, K-pop. Y'all are scary. Y'all be doing the most, and then when you don't listen to what you looking for?
is that a Loki helmet?
It is. Would you like to see it? I'll grab it.
No, you can do it for ears. Don't fuck shit. I shouldn't have said anything.
You've seen this helmet before.
I've never seen this helmet before.
I've seen it before.
You never seen this?
I have.
I've never
We got
seen
it.
that.
It was only $12.
Really?
Okay, I'm not. Yeah. Well, we got it at the outlets. Yeah. Look at me.
You should have did that for ears, dog.
I do get some ears at the outlets.
No, I meant you should have done that low whatever. K-pop girlies.
Oh, but they're not ears. Like, if you don't listen to K-pop, they're like, why? Why don't you? And I'm like, it's not for me, and that's okay. Like, it's for you. But they be like trying to push it on you. They be like, oh no, you gotta like them, and then don't like their man. Like, if you like who they like, it's beef, real beef, because that's their husband. It really reminds me of those I mean, it's very similar to like the boy band days. Remember, like, your NSYNCs, your B2Ks, your
Yeah, that's where that came from, right?
Backstreet Boys. Yeah, and it, like, over there, and they are like, it's scary. Y'all scare me.
It's scary because it'd be like in the, days of boy bands and shit over here, you'd be like 16 through maybe 20. Now,
Oh, these are
it's
big
grown
adults.
ass woman
Yeah.
in love, ready to die.
They ready to die for these men, because they're men. They aren't boys.
No, I'm pretty sure their companies just make them, appear to be as young as possible. But, like, there's one dude who looks like fucking 15 almost. He's like 20. But his voice is deep as fuck. Like, he be talking like this, but in, like, Korean. I'm like, God damn!
He the bass. He the bass.
The face.
All right, Heat, you're up.
Ooh, I didn't know this made it up there. I'm gonna say something that I just pulled. Because y'all jumping around, I'm gonna just stick to anime. That's what I know.
Aficionado.
Full Metal Alchemist, actually. And then I'll tell you why. Because you wouldn't think they were toxic, but when you think about it, they are toxic. Because Full Metal Alchemist, most people know that by name in this age, FMA. It's a very good anime. It ranks on my anime list in the top 3. It fluctuates. So the reason they're toxic is because when a new anime comes out, and if somebody votes it, and they give it a perfect 10, now it's the number 1 anime on the list, right? If something sits up there too long, they downvote it. They downvote it hard. They downvote it until Full Metal is back where it belongs.
That's actually funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's dedication. That's dedication to hate.
Yeah, like, no. This show is not sticking up here. Full Metal belongs here. Downvote. They will reach out to their community and downvote.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That means Full Metal earned it. If their fan base is that dedicated to downvote, I'm going to bring you down. So my vote is the winner. That, honestly, that's dedication.
And always the winner.
Game respects game, and that's fucking game.
Yeah.
I will give you that. I mean, I feel like people over.
Toxic behavior. Let's not get it twisted. That is very toxic behavior.
It is the most toxic behavior. But you know what? I'll
I'm
allow
okay
it.
with it. I'm okay with it.
So
Yeah, I'll allow it.
the next one I'm gonna say is an obvious one, and I noticed it the first time during the first movie they had, the My Hero Academia community. My God, they are so toxic, like uncomfortably toxic. Like when they don't get what they want, they like were kicking and screaming. Like when what is it? Oh my goodness, there were like legitimate TikToks coming out when Bakugo and Deku didn't end up together. No bullshit. They were like so upset that like they're pushing the heterosexual agenda. Like, why wouldn't they just let us have this? Like, and I'm like that they've been lining Ochako and Deku up since the fucking beginning, and they're like, no, he loves Bakugo. I'm like, no, they're best friends. They're platonic male friends and rivals.
I have a question. Why in anime can't men be best friends? Why can't y'all just be friends?
I think
y'all
because
can't
a
be
lot
best
of the
friends.
I think because a lot of the women who watch it like hypersexualize male friendship. They don't see male friendship as something sweet. A lot of people see male friendship as like the fighting, right? In Naruto.
Yeah.
They don't see it as like when Naruto was trying to talk to his friend and like level with him and be like, bro, you don't have to do this for power. We can work together. So then they romanticize that friendly gesture as like, oh, he's doing this out of love. Yes, but no, not the love you're talking about. He doesn't want his butt.
Right.
He wants his friend to be
Platonic
safe.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think a lot of people end up romanticizing that want, that need, and that comfort that your friend can have because they don't see guys do that. Like I think about like when Bakugo and Deku fought in the training area, right? And Bakugo was like crying, kinda, and like he won. And they're like, oh, it's because he's heartbroken and he loves him. He's like, no, he's fucked up in the head because he's always been the best and he's always been talented, even though he works hard. But this nigga in the last like 6 months is about to top him. Like that would fuck me up.
His
Like,
whole worldview was flipped upside down.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be special, but now you're more special than me. And the person I look up to the most is like, he fucking with you? He don't even notice my ass. I'm in the same class as you.
I spent most of our life treating you like dirt because you were beneath me, and now you're all of a sudden not, and I don't know how to deal with it.
Right, and they're like, no, it's because he loves him. I'm like, no, it's because that nigga's life is fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
it's literally the equivalent of the Majin Vegeta crash out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure people in
like,
those days were like, Goku and Vegeta be smashing on them training sessions. Don't lie. Like, I'd be like, come on.
I mean, Saiyans are like Greeks, right?
I just feel, I hate to say this, I feel bad for y'all. Like, y'all just can't have friends. Y'all can't just be friends.
Nah.
Like,
damn, we said it at the same time.
Like, our podcast rumor is going to be that, like, that y'all are together and Jordan don't know. That's going to be the rumor.
People be saying that, and Jordan do know.
Rumor.
You were starting that rumor by saying that on camera. The hell?
But that's the thing, like, I think that me and all my male friends have, like, really good platonic relationships. So, like, I feel like a lot of people would think, I think that's why people thought I was bi in high school. Because, like, I'm cool with people. Like, I'm just a chill guy. I got called bi in high school. That was funny. And I was like, why? And they said, I don't know. You just give off bi. I'm like,
are you a top bi or are you a verse bi? Or are you a bottom bi?
Didn't we talk about this on like a completely different episode?
Probably.
Don't remember. Probably. Anyway, my turn. My next fan base, I am going to look at the woman in the mirror, and I'm going to say Disney adults.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That doesn't even need to be explained. Y'all are fucking. It's a cult.
Y'all are
it's
just
a fucking cult.
How many times you gonna watch that movie? No. How many times are you gonna rewatch that movie?
Nah, fuck that. She knows the Lion King bar for bar.
I do.
Like, you could just have it on mute and she could do all the lines.
I could.
That's insane.
That is insane. I don't think there's a single movie I can do bar for bar like that.
You know, I have found out things that I didn't know. Like in Scar's song, they say like the hyenas have a little part that's just like in the back, and it's like We want food, give us food. We repeat, endless meat. Never noticed that part until I was hanging out with Chris, and Chris sang it, and I was like, "It's not in the song." And Chris was like, "Yes, it is," and I was like, "No, it's not." Of course, I would know. I was wrong.
And then
So
they
I
ate
still
all
learn
the
things.
fucking animals in that bitch.
Yes, yes, they did. But yeah, they also like push the worst thing about us Disney adults is we are doing this out of pure nostalgia because the America sucks. And this is the only sense of happiness and joy we have to hold on to, like clawing with our fingers. And then, so not healthy at all. Then we push our lifestyle on to others. I cannot tell you how many times I've told my brother, "Hey, you should come to Disney." Even right now, I'm saying it on camera so he has to do it. I'm trying to get he to run a 5K with me at Disney
I
in
looked it
person.
up. She mentioned it. I'm not doing that.
Come on, he. I need someone to run with me.
It's not that I don't like Disney. I think you like it
I've
too
been saying
much.
it all my
Let's
life.
start there. 2, I hate Florida. It sucks. It's
We can go
hot.
to we
It's
can go to
cold.
Disneyland.
It's wet. The water tastes like hair's been in it. There's alligators, fucking or crocodiles everywhere. Why would I want to go there?
We can go to Disneyland.
It's on fire.
It is.
Like I said,
We're going to a Disneyland.
that Disney, like, it's cool for like a couple hours, but like to do it as frequently as you do it, I don't understand it. I really don't. More
It's so
power
much
to you.
fun. It's so much. But yeah, not like Disney adults. We're the worst. I'm sorry, guys. I love us. I do. And if you want to go to Disney with me, just hit me up. I'm down to. I didn't want to
Clown.
say clown. I'm down to mouse.
Shut up. Heed, what's your next one?
Um, I was gonna take a quick break to say shout out to Gintama fan base, man. They're so
They're the
untoxic.
best. They're so
Like
they're just having a good time.
I don't know if people know this, but in the top 20 anime of all time, every season of Gintama is in there.
Really
Yes.
good time. I only watched a few episodes and it was pretty good. I need to go back and finish it. It's on my things to do this year. But like, it's really just wholesome and like it's
Just
just a
fun.
nice time.
There's some
It is
serious
just
parts
a
in
nice
it. I know
time.
that, but like most of it's like a
I didn't get there
gag
yet.
show, I believe.
It's basically Family Guy of anime. Like bar for bar, it's Family Guy of anime, and then when they have the chicken fight, like they really have that chicken fight. Like they go all out in the chicken fight.
Yeah. All right. All right. What's your
Because
next one?
That was a
um
good non-toxic.
That was a good non-toxic one. Yeah.
that doesn't count as my turn. Shit.
Nice try.
You tried it.
You did.
I think there's one
Um,
there's 2 that you're avoiding, 3 that you're avoiding that I know you could say, but you just aren't.
I have one on my list.
I'm not avoiding them. You're gonna say them, and then I'm gonna counter argue them
Okay.
because I don't think they're toxic. I don't think they're toxic.
Brother, we're gonna go bar for bar with this.
We're
Then
talking toxic. It's Naruto. Naruto's toxic.
agreed. I think
Yeah.
a lot of Naruto fans want to force Naruto on people when Naruto is. I'm not gonna say it's not that great. It's one of the greats, but just because it's one of the greats does not mean it ages well or translates well for a lot of people. And that's what I think the problem is. Naruto in the beginning is
It's very
faster
childish.
paced than the other animes, but still slow as hell. And then after that, like you said, it's very childish in the beginning too.
Yeah, like sometimes, like some of the, like even watching it back, like I'm watching it right now. Like literally, we just watched a few episodes, and it's even weird. Like even in Word Shippuden now, when they show flashbacks of younger Naruto, it always makes me like cringe, and I'm like, wow, I was really into this. Like Shippuden is a little bit
It's a little more
more
adult.
palatable, yeah. But watching like just flashbacks to younger Naruto, I'm like, ah, dang, like can't believe I sat through this again.
See,
But I did it.
I'm gonna say it like this because people are gonna hate me. I think Shippuden is terrible compared to Naruto. I think Naruto itself is a good show. It's not one of the best. It's not up there. It's not even in the top 10.
Even
But
early Shippuden, you think that?
I think Shippuden was so dumb for most of it because it was just dragging on themes from Naruto. And then
Okay.
in the end, like that final war, it was fun. Like that final war was basically the elf arc of Black Clover. Like it was all this action. It was a lot of dragged out random things, which Black Clover didn't have. Let me not confuse people. But outside of the dragged out parts of that war, the rest of it was just dope action that you will never see anywhere else. Like we're still talking about the second meteor because who does that? Who does that?
No, that
You
was
know,
that's that. I think Naruto just has a few iconic moments, as well as it was one of the starters. You know, one of the starters that gave us all these amazing things. Like a lot of things branch out from that, and that's what its legacy is. It is good. It is great. I do plan on getting a tattoo, of them at the final battle. But that's kind of all it is, and that's fine. And it's close to a lot of people's heart. That's fine.
Doesn't make
You
it a
can love what
masterpiece.
you want to love. Your top 10 is your top 10. Remember that.
Fact. I love Naruto Shippuden. I just like the quotables.
Mm.
Excited for the war arc only because I feel like the war arc.
Do you want
How
them
do I
to use
describe it?
Susanoo?
I-
That's my
gonna
part.
ask you.
That's
Do you
my
want
part
to
right
use it,
there.
or do you not want-
I'm not gonna lie. I'd leave. I'm like, look, whatever country I lead ain't worth this bullshit.
Nah,
He
it's the
just
one
said them
before
five
that.
niggas that's whooping my ass can use that shit.
No. It's the part before there that really is my part. He's like, man, 501 is not fair. Let me try.
Turned up, sent, what is that, 20 clones out? Just cuz. And you know, creating clones is a lot of chakra, apparently. So this nigga just sent out 20 of them bitches and said, oh, do you want them to use Susanoo? Like, I'd be like, big dog, can I switch sides? Like, I don't even want to do this anymore.
You just
Like,
no. I think the war arc of Naruto is just a really fun arc, though. Like, it's fun, like for moments like that, but also like some of these characters that we like hear about, like A and like the Kazekage and some of those other like smaller characters. We just get to see them do a cool fight, and then they just, they flake
we
off.
get to see Minato go fucking bananas.
Right, we get to see Minato go bananas. So I think that's the fun part of it. I don't mind it being long for that, but we could skip like some of the padding that they put in there for story. It should just be a war. Like it should have just been a war. I didn't need the story. We had war. We don't need no story.
Literally.
It's all hands.
War arc done right, Black Clover.
I was about to say that's what the elf arc was. It was these elves just got reincarnated. They pulled up. We pulled up on their pull up. We're fighting. There was very little story. You got the story at the end. Like, oh, this is why this happened. But I was satiated for so long. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like,
and that was the nice part of it. It was like, it's just war. Like, I get it. It's a war. You ain't got to explain nothing else. I don't care why you're fighting in the war. I get it. Pulled up on you. You pulled up on me. Now we have to fight. That's all I need.
All right. So my next one, I'm going to go with Hunter x Hunter. Similarly,
that's because you don't like Hunter x Hunter.
Nope. Similarly to
No.
What is the other one we said? Similarly to it was one of the ones Ben said.
Death Note. It was Death Note.
Yeah, it's like once you say you don't like it, people be like, "Oh, you just don't get it. You're not into it," or they try to force you to watch it. Like I've had so many people come to me like, "Just watch it again. You're gonna like it." I'm like, "I don't like it. Just watch the new updated graphics one. I don't like it. Watch the old one. I don't like it. What are you not liking? You gotta go further." And I'm like, "I don't like this show." And I've heard other people have the same thing, and they're like, I watched it all the way through, I didn't like it, but everyone kept trying to make me watch it. I'm like, I am not gonna do that.
I think my thing with, I actually dislike the part that everybody likes. I hate the Chimera Ant arc. It's so fucking long. Like like one of the battles was like one of the episodes of the battles was just narration. Like it was just him narrating everything that we already like that we kind of could see and already saw, and I could have shot myself. I was like, I don't. He's like, he must sneak quietly, but if he dies in this form, then nobody will ever see them again. As he snuck quietly, he dodges. I can see it. One, I can see all this happening. I start there. See all that happening. I don't need this narrator to talk to me for 20 whole minutes.
I think that comes out of the manga. If I'm not mistaken, Hunter x Hunter, the manga has a lot of exposition just on the.
Yes. Yes. And I like, and everybody's like, oh, the Cranberry arc, Ant arc is so amazing. It's so this, it's so that. It's got all these deep things and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes, great. But it is so poorly paced.
Fair.
It is like grinding teeth to watch it.
Fair. I'm there for the character development of different things. Like the fact that it starts with this random giant ant kidnapping all these kids and feeding them to the queen, and one of the kids retained his memory, and then now he's like, "Is that my mother? She looks familiar. I don't know. Why do I care about this human?" And he's just having a whole existential crisis because he's human brain in an ant, and it's anyways. Fair.
It was just really long. Like it almost made me give it up. But I knew that the Gon transformation was gonna happen, so I was like, I gotta stay until Gon transforms.
I just, got a YouTube video and just was like, oh cool, I just want to see this nigga transform. I can't.
But that's at the end.
Since we're on the topic, I blame everyone on his side for that happening.
My side?
Everyone on from the Hunter Association for that happening.
Except for Killua. I don't blame Killua.
No, I blame him the most.
Really?
Why?
I feel like Killua tried his best to like keep going. One, like throughout the story, Killua tries to keep Gon's innocence. Like he tries to do the dirty work.
That's the problem.
Well, you should think she should have let him do
Killua
it.
knew off rip that when they left this fight, Kite was going to die. He knew that off rip. And at no point did he feel like he needs to tell Gon, hey, Kite's probably dead. Like,
it's not, no, even, I'm talking like more so before that, like when they were in the tower, like Killua goes and like threatens that guy or whatever on Gon's, like, not on Gon's behalf because Gon doesn't know, like on Gon's behalf, like he tries to let Gon be a child.
Right.
Because Killua isn't a child anymore. Like he knows the
Killua is a certified killer, dog.
Yeah. And I feel like he's trying to let Gon, for lack of better words, grow into becoming an adult and like not have all of this like thrust upon him.
You know that transformation was the culmination of that, right? Like he had this childlike innocence up until the moment where he had to face reality that he got his master killed. And he couldn't face that, so he is immediately blaming the person that killed him, and then immediately transforms into an adult to murder them.
Yes. I
wasn't the transformation the equivalent of him like training for 20 years straight?
Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Huh?
Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
I was saying, like, wasn't the exposition saying like he used future Nen.
He used all of his Nen that he will ever have. And it, of course, made his body the strongest it will ever be. So, like, peak whatever your peak age would be.
I'm not gonna lie, that didn't look that strong for all the Nen he'll ever have. He was dog walking the Pito. But, like, if that's all you're ever gonna be, that's kind of lackluster.
Like, I appreciate Killua for doing that. Like, I see why he would do that. Because he is a child who did not get to have that. So, it's like, you should cherish your innocence.
He's living vicariously through Gon.
Right. And I don't think it came from a selfish place. Now, everybody fucking else, all those other adults who was like, yeah, you can go and save Kite. He's probably fine. But these ants have been killing literally everybody else. But that one guy, yeah, he's okay. We're going to save him.
They kind of ignored it.
Wrong.
They just kind of ignored it. He's like, yeah, we're going to go save Kite. And they're like, so anyways, how we gonna deal with these ants? Like he's like, and we're gonna get Kite, right? It's like, yeah. So the queen, like, she's gonna be in this room, and it's like, and then we can get Kite in the other room, and he's just like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I said Kite. Cool. And I'm like, it's just really weird, like that they just kept like glancing. It was really weird.
Did
Of
you
all the
catch
adults to
any of
just
that?
keep
What the
glancing.
fuck was
It was
that?
just gibberish. It was a lot of gibberish.
What the fuck?
A lot of gibberish. I get
You
you
sound
that.
like a car starting up.
And Greg, you're wrong. He was dead. They turned him into a puppet, literally.
I mean, he
Yeah,
was
he was a
he was
puppet.
alive. He just wasn't. There was no
No,
soul.
no, he was dead. They just had his body.
Hey man, say man, I'm not watching it.
No,
Yeah.
I seen it.
Okay, so I'm next. The next toxic fan base is I'm going to say Demon Slayer fans, but it's more so I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to the new generation of anime fans. That new gen anime fan. Because one, they swear that Demon Slayer is the best thing on God's
I
green
would like
earth,
to
and I'm like,
counter
that's
argument
crazy.
you
Ooh, I
and
would like
say
a counter argument.
old anime fans towards new anime fans. Because remember how we just said you can like what you want to like, but old anime fans gonna be like, you need to watch this, this, and this, or you ain't a. They're the niggas that be like,
Well,
do you watch
I
this?
think it's
I'm gonna
both
double counter that.
ways. I think
Yeah.
it's both ways. I don't disagree with the old, and that was probably going to be my next one. Would be like the old anime fans who are like, and that's why I just kind of gave them an anime to make it a little bit more easy. I think our audience is smart, but I'm just like generalized. Like they're like, you need to watch this, 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 and if you don't watch this, you're not a real anime fan. But for the new gen anime fans, it's more like, oh, all of that old stuff is shit and it was horrible and is like don't ever watch it, and this new thing is the best thing ever. And honestly, y'all ain't got no commitment. Y'all soft. Y'all not strong enough to be a real anime fan. Y'all got it too easy.
There
Maybe
she go
the
being
old fans have a
toxic. You
problem.
see,
That is
she
literally
Maybe it's
what
me.
Gen X says. That is what
You're-
Gen X says.
she's proving
Y'all
our
got
point
my-
in real
Just
time.
kidding.
In real
Yeah.
time, we got you in 4K.
4K.
I'm just saying, like, y'all are like, oh, it's just more so that they very much the same respect that the old anime fans don't give them, they don't give back. And
Fair.
I feel like as a community, we need to just be like, cool, you like that. That's nice.
I think that I agree with you. But I would say, as an old anime fan, I don't like a lot of people who come in as Demon Slayer being their first one because they think Demon Slayer is the greatest thing ever. And I know a lot of people who are like that. But it's like, I promise you, if there's so many things better, but because it's your first one, you never forget your first time. So it's like, they're like,
Yeah.
I'm always going to have Demon Slayer up there. And I'm like, but Demon Slayer is
fine.
like, story-wise, and as someone who's watched it and read it, and has fallen off and is gonna still go see the movie, like Demon Slayer as a story is pretty mid. It's pretty straightforward. It's very straightforward. The characters are enjoyable, but the story itself is pretty mid. Let's be real.
There's no
However,
depth.
yeah, there's no real depth. The only depth comes from
That's what it is.
Tanjiro, who just happens to be
Barely.
a sweet person, you know, in a cruel
But-
world. That's the depth.
But even then, it's not really deep. He just
He just
I don't
ain't
think
true
like
to
he
his character.
decided to be a decent person in a
I think he
cruel
just
world.
reflects the viewers, right? Who would be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I would do this and save my family and save my sister. But then when just like, oh, you got to kill this person who's only bad because they had a terrible life. And it's like, oh, I'd cry. And it's like, Tanjiro's cutting off niggas' heads and be like, oh, damn, you lived a sad life, bruh, but I had to kill you. And it's like, they feel for him.
But that doesn't make him deep.
I didn't say it did. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
He just
I
said
don't-
he has a conscience, and that's his character.
Yeah, his character has a conscience. You know what? Demon Slayer is no longer anywhere near deep. The main character just has a fucking conscience. Everyone else just said, fuck this shit. I'm killing demons. They're demons, nigga. Who cares? And he's like, they
No,
were
no, but
people.
my sister turned into a demon, so the other demons were people at some point.
Exactly.
They must have lived
That's
a life
crazy.
to get to this point.
You broke the code. Demon Slayer in a
Here's-
nutshell.
Here's my thing: if his sister never turned into a demon, and if Nezuko was killed, would he
Become
have
a
the
Demon
same
Slayer?
sympathy? Maybe. I
Yeah.
think he would still have become a
He would.
demon slayer, but would he have the same sympathy?
Yes.
Yeah. He was all that was
He
his
was
character.
always, that was his
before.
character. He was a sweet child. Period. Point
Yeah.
blank.
But see, the difference is Nezuko is his I'm gonna call it like his tether and beacon of hope. That one, it's like
Basically, what you're saying, he
what
would
I
have
want to
became
say
the
is
he wouldn't.
controversial.
I don't think he would have became the Wind Hashira because that's what the Wind Hashira was.
I don't think he was gonna be completely the Wind Hashira, but I don't know if he would have been as like, oh, you have a backstory. It's just I have to kill demons to protect people, and that's the cut and dry.
Well, so I think it would have made him a better Demon Slayer because most of his fights, he's thinking he can save them. Like
Right.
there's hope because there's hope for my sister. But if his sister had to die, it's like I don't want to kill you, but I know there's no hope for you. So
Right. He would have
yeah.
been more vicious, but he would have still been sweet. His intention would have been to show mercy instead of trying to save. Because, like, he's trying to save them and show mercy, but it would have just been, I'm going to kill you out of mercy, period, point blank. He would have been a lot like Ginyu. Ginua.
Yeah.
Essentially. He would have been a warm-hearted Ginua. There you go.
And that's what I'm saying.
Fair.
I think that like it goes back to it's not deep. He just has a
Honestly, that's what it is.
question.
And it's really crazy that anime aficionado title is sticking because I wouldn't have thought of it like that. And honestly, that is the most accurate way to portray that. The fact that he is literally just a nigga with a conscience amongst people who have given up on these type of people, to be real. Let's be real. So I agree with you. I'm not gonna say I don't like the Demon Slayer fan base. They're not like the My Hero fan base, but Demon Slayer fan base is like up there in terms of like they don't want. A lot of them would rather rewatch Demon Slayer's first 2 seasons in the movie than ever pick up anything new that they would also enjoy.
Right, and that's my
which
problem.
Sad.
Because that's why I don't like new gen anime fans because they'll watch that one show and be like, yeah, this was the best show, and they'll be like, I mean, I tried like Naruto, I watched a couple episodes, but it didn't hit like Demon Slayer. I'm like, you have been watching anime for 3 years and all you've seen is Demon Slayer and some random ass show I've never heard. Your opinion doesn't matter to me. You have your opinion, but you're not an anime fan. You're a Demon Slayer fan. There's a difference.
I feel like to have a vote or any type of conversation for, like, let's say Anime of the Year, right? When that comes around. Crunchyroll's going to be doing that soon, by the way. To have a vote in that, you have to have seen at least 3 of the nominees, in my opinion.
Yeah.
3 of the nominees, and that's it. And then you can have an opinion on this vote.
That's like saying, I mean, that's like with anything. That's like saying, oh, best picture of the year, I think is this. But you saw none of the other movies.
You haven't been to the movies in 2 years, my nigga. Shut up.
And that's my thing. I'm like, even like when I like to know the best movie pictures of the year because then like I'll go back and watch them and form my own opinion. But like for me to say, oh, best picture of the year should be Sonic, and I only watched Sonic, and I didn't see like, I don't know, whatever it's gonna get nominated. I don't go to the movies. Heath, what's getting nominated for best picture?
I don't know what award ceremony we're talking about, but I'm gonna just throw out names like Anora, that Lord of the Rings movie.
I ain't seen none of those, but I'm like, yeah, Sonic got it though.
It's really funny because they laughed Jim Carrey out the room when he said he was like filming for the first Sonic at the Oscars. That was the year that Will Smith got slapped. They laughed him out the room.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I think he wasn't supposed to be there. They're like, trying to kick him out. And he was like, I just filmed a movie. It was like Sonic the Hedgehog. And they're like, no, you got to go. He did something. And like, they're like, you got to go. And he's like, whatever. And left like mad as shit. And then look at him doing numbers. But
Keith, your turn.
We all love this Truman Show. I don't know how many of these we're doing, but I gotta get that one off my chest. I don't like Attack on Titan fans. I don't think I like any Attack on Titan fans, honestly.
I have mixed feelings about Attack on Titan fans because here's the problem, right? I like Attack on Titan fans who are anime fans prior. I don't like new age fans that like Attack on Titan. I like Attack on Titan fans that like have watched other anime and then watch Attack on Titan. Like, no, this is one of the greatest shows ever because of this, and this, they can compare it and can give me reasons. I don't like niggas who Attack on Titan is their first anime and like, this is the greatest thing ever. Why? it's just great, and like, and they can't explain it, and they can't go deeper in it, and they can't like tell me why this roundabout plot that has so many Easter eggs and hidden portions and parts is so great. Like, they're just like, I just like it, and I'm like, that means it's great for you, but it goes back to that anime of the year type thing. Like, you have nothing to compare this to.
I think.
See, go ahead.
I was gonna say, in Attack on Titan's case, I get your perspective, but because it's Attack on Titan, they might be able to stick. You can acknowledge that that's great and never have seen an anime before. But if you've seen television and movies, you can recognize, okay, they did these key points correctly in the way that they told the story. But most people aren't that deep. They're just like, it's just great.
It's a great show with big titans and Spinny Blade Man. And I love Levi. He's my hubby dubby wubby. Oh my god, give me pocket.
Simping Lika.
Levi. Attack on Titan is especially when you're like if you're interested in like history.
She like World War II. That shit goes nuts.
It goes nuts. And like not just World War II, like even history, like wars like farther back, like how they pull like those kind of like that kind of thinking, like wartime thinking into this show. It is a great show, and I guess it's a little irritating when people can't articulate that, because it's like, wow, like you think it's great because of the basic bitch stuff.
You think it's like, great because of surface level anime shit.
And
if you knew all of the work that is into this story, it would blow your shit.
It has so much depth. So much.
What I equate that to is a lot of people's subconscious is a lot smarter than they are.
That's crazy. Like it was just this thing in there, dog. Like, you know, it's just crazy, you know. It's just a crazy anime. You feel me, dog? Like, you get it, right?
Just like Sakura, there's an inner voice like, because of this.
One thing that I just thought about with it all. Fuck, I'm losing it. I'm trying to get it back. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I lost it, but overarchingly. The show, that's what it was. Fun fact about Attack on Titan, right? When people were looking at the maps that the creator made of Eldia and stuff like that, people figured out, one, Paradis is Madagascar. So they took a map, he flipped it, and basically the land across, I believe it's Africa. So like they took Madagascar, he like spun it in a weird way, and that's Paradis, and then across the sea, in like Africa, that area, that's where whatchamacallit was. Something like that.
Marley.
Yeah. And basically Marley was like the Golden Coast.
So to tie it all in a knot, the reason why I think I don't like them and how toxic they are, because even though so many people think, oh, it was so great, for you to think it's great and to be harassing the creator for the ending, first of all, it's his story. He can do whatever the hell he wants. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But to harass them is insane. Secondly, clearly you missed a good plot point, not understanding why that ending made sense. Because if Eren has the attack titan, he can see into the future. He can very much see that this is just going to keep going forever.
This is the only end where we win.
Yeah, it's like, I can't stop this. The least I can do is make sure my friends live a happy, normal life. After that, I can't control that. But
it was, and the ending was so great because like I when I read it and people were like, oh, it was a mid ending, I was upset with it. I'm like, what do you mean you were upset with it? It's the most roundabout way where you spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's been out for a long enough time. Fuck you. But it's the most roundabout way when it's like, hey, I knew this was gonna happen since I kissed Historia's hand. I just played it out and made my moves in accordance with keeping you niggas alive. I got rid of your memories. I told you that I knew. I got rid of your memories, and I wanted to keep you guys safe because I knew no matter what, we're either going to war, we're all going to die, or 80% of the world is going to die, and you guys live, and I'm the villain. No one else, just me. Right? You were all trying to stop me. Everybody saw it. You were all working together. Everybody saw it. I fucked up the world. It was just me. Now that I'm dead, now that the Titan powers are gone, we can all live in peace, and no one will fuck with us anymore, and y'all can still reproduce. That's the best outcome he could have gotten, in all honesty.
Yeah.
That's the best outcome the world could have gotten in all reality.
Yeah, because if they just continued going to war like they've been doing, then
the perpetuation of war just continues.
Right.
If you kill all of your enemies, now you're just gonna make new enemies in your own camp.
Exactly. That's essentially, I think they didn't explain this, but like, let's say Aaron
transformed.
Let's say Aaron transformed all the Eldians into Titans right at that moment. I have the power. All my Eldians wreck shit. Right. The world wouldn't be able to do shit. That means that, what was it? Eldian made up, like, there was only a couple 100,000 of them. Mm-hmm. There's 100,000 so-and-so people left. I transform you all back, snap a finger. We're all normal again. There were Eldian Marleyans who would have resentment towards you, who would be like, no, we got to kill this nigga, we got to kill everyone, we got to get the Fountain Titan back. We're scum. We need to make up for being scum by either exterminating all of our people, killing this nigga Aaron and his people, or like something in between, which would have just meant more war, just internal. Like,
and I'm hoping
what's happening even in Eldia, like they already were having internal war,
right?
Fractions.
I'm hoping
they had right. So
the Jaegers versus the Scouts.
Right. You need what they needed. What the world needed was one villain, one person to. It's okay. Don't get mad at me when I say this. It's what Danzo tried to do in Konoha.
It's what Sasuke tried to do. I was about to say he did what Sasuke wanted to do, but better.
He did literally what Lelouch did in Code Geass, bar for bar. The Attack on Titan ending is just a more complex version of Code Geass' ending. Literally, that's what happened. He had a party of small Japanese people going up against it. I'm calling them Europeans. He ended up on top, and then once he was on top, he said, "Yeah, all you Japanese people, I was using you for my own endgame." And then everyone teamed up to deal with him. He ends up winning, then stages his own assassination with his alter ego killing him. Nobody questioned it. They just said, "Hey, we killed the villain. We're free now."
LOL. So does Lelouch die or does he live?
So there's a sequel part where it gets more convoluted. So for the sake of the main story, he kills himself in the sense that his alter ego was Zero and he's Lelouch. When he was having his victory parade as Lelouch, Zero showed up and killed him.
How do you kill yourself?
So Zero is just the costume he wore so he could hide his identity. His best friend was actually in it. His best friend from childhood. So his Suzaku showed up dressed as Zero. Nobody asked who's under the mask. Huh?
Sister.
Yeah, basically, literally showed up and killed him, and then they just left it at that. He never takes off the mask in public because he's supposed to be dead. That's the only difference. Is Mikasa's still alive, but Suzaku's supposed to be dead. So now it's like, hey, Zero's the hero. Zero's here. There is no Suzaku. We don't know who's under the mask. We don't care to know. He saved us just like he used to when he first showed up.
Bet.
Before we knew he was Lelouch.
Bet. Say less. I'm gonna go
but
online.
Yeah.
The second. Go on.
I was gonna say I got really two left. The other one's an honorable mention. I'm gonna go with Fairy Tail Community, and I say this because Fairy Tail is for a special brand of people. That's the best way I can say it.
Y'all, I'll tell y'all right now, it's bad. It's not good. It can't. It's the same shit. Somebody fucks with Fairy Tail. We gotta beat them. We beat them. Now they're a part of Fairy Tail. Then the next person fucks with Fairy Tail. We gotta beat them. We beat them. Now they're a part of Fairy Tail. Can't do it again.
I'm not saying the show can't be enjoyable. I'm not saying the show can't be great. I'm just saying that a lot of y'all niggas over there is toxic. Like, why don't you like I shouldn't be asked why I don't like Fairy Tail 100 times. Or people be like, you just got to give it a chance, bro. Like, no, I don't. Like, it's... Once again, I feel like Fairy Tail is another show that tries to be fake deep. I'm not a huge watcher of it, but that's the vibe I was getting.
Fair. Remember the fun fact that the creator of Fairy Tail wrote Fairy Tail because he didn't have friends, so he started drawing Fairy Tail.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
So
I did forget that. I'm so sorry. It's no
no
booty.
no
It's
no no
just it's a
no
story. It's a
no
great.
you're right. The reason I say that is because it's not that deep. That's just what it is. The power of friendship wins all, and that's it. There's no deepness to it. If we're friends and I fuck with you heavy, I'm gonna remember that when I'm getting my ass whooped, and I'm gonna beat that nigga's ass.
So you see that? I know you've seen that Caleb City sketch where he's like the power of friendship, and then he starts beating on his friends like, "Oh, I took the power out at the source." He's like, "I didn't mean it literally." He's like, "You don't got the power anymore, though."
I ain't got no friends, no more power.
Take the power out at the source. I'm not knocking that nigga out. I'm killing him. Like, take it out at the source. That shit's funny. But yeah, fairy tale people. I do. So the thing I fuck with fairy tale the most is that they have the most uniform, unique tattoo. The fairy tale symbol.
It is nice.
That's a fire tattoo, and you can get it in any color you want, in any place you want. So I was like, that's like a nice thing. Like you can really vibe and be like, no, this is my crew. I rep my set, and like everybody just gets it. Even if you don't watch fairy tale, you know what fairy tale symbol is.
Greg likes that it's a gang.
It's a group. Let's call
it a gang.
Did I ever finish that clip? I don't know.
I don't know, but it gave me an aneurysm hearing her say, "Let's call it a gang" so many times over.
Now take how many times you heard it.
I posted on TikTok.
And multiply it by 6, because that's how many times I had to listen to it.
He clipped them all together. I found it. He clipped them all together. It's on TikTok right now. Make sure you go watch it. It's in the introductory post. I didn't do the introductory posts on Instagram because you did the big one, and there's just like a smaller version of that with clips. I can, but I didn't because it's kind of the same as already
That's
up there.
so
But
funny.
it's on TikTok and it's on Blue Sky. It is so funny because it's literally like, and I added some some stuff to it. So it's a group. Let's call it a gang. And then it's like Greg is like, if you say it one more time, and then I'm like, it's a group. Let's call it a gang.
I've heard it 4 times just sitting here. God damn it! I can't escape it.
No.
All right, Diva, your last
Fan
one.
base. Let's call it a gang. No, it's gonna be the I'm gonna put it general, and once I explain, you'll get it. It's gonna be the diehard comic book fans. So
I was gonna say
when
Marvel and or DC.
yeah, specifically Marvel DC. When things get adapted, and it is not like, and they make changes, whether it's to costumes or gender or color or storyline changes, and these people are in uproar that it is not the exact same that it was in the comic book that they read when they were 12. Y'all drive me nuts. Y'all are toxic. Like, just be happy that y'all are getting the content. Like, I get it. You want it to be, I know y'all wanted to see Wolverine in that yellow suit back in 2000. And we're so sorry that it took until 2024. This when it came out, 2025? 2024. For you to get that yellow suit. And it is okay. You're going to be okay. You don't need to. He looked nice in his black suit. He was very nice in his black suit. So
I have no words.
that's my last toxic fan base. Or the people who are mad that, like, well, I do have one plight. It's not a plight, it's just an observation. Y'all ever noticed that all the redhead characters that were in comic books, they made black? Putting that out there. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't noticed that.
Jean Grey is
Think about
white as fuck. Scarlet Witch is white as fuck. You want to try again?
Jean Grey is played by Zendaya as well. I'm not Jean Grey. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of
Mary Jane?
Mary Jane.
I didn't say Mary Jane. And is Zendaya black? Can Zendaya say
changed-
nigga?
Yes.
Don't do that. We're not going to
We
do
know
that.
you don't
I'm
like her, but
asking.
yes, she
I
is.
don't know anything about Zendaya. I swear to
Yes.
God.
It's because Greg hates her. Yes.
She's engaged, and I'm happy for her. Shout out my boy
Are you?
Tom.
You happy for Tom or you
He
happy
about to
for
hit a button
Zendaya?
on me. I know he is.
Are you happy for Tom or are you happy for Zendaya?
I'm happy for Zendaya. You saw how she looked when he said, "Yeah, I had to practice doing this," and she said, "Oh, you're gonna practice later, boy."
But yeah, y'all are very toxic,
Why you
and
like it?
y'all don't let people
Brother,
enjoy.
you gotta let go, brother.
Y'all don't let people enjoy comics, especially like when you get like TV adaptations and all that stuff. Y'all are so nitpicky and critical, and it's like that didn't happen. It wasn't like that, and that's okay. It's okay. It's
I
okay.
only get like that when they say they're going to adapt it like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna adapt it exactly. Or then they're like, oh, this version is this person. And it's like, okay, we're doing this story of this person in this version. And I'm like, okay, so you have the blueprint. Just follow it. And then you'd be like, no, we're going to completely flip the fucking script. Fuck that blueprint. I'm like, that's not this person, this version, this universe. We have established that there's a multiverse in all these comics.
Just pick a different one.
Just say it's a different one. Honestly, you can make up a fucking number. This is Earth 72648. And this is what we're doing here. And you know what? I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
But if you say this is Earth 616 and then say Miles Morales is Hispanic, I'm going to want to... Not Hispanic. He's Asian. I'm going to want to fight because he is Hispanic.
Like
Yeah.
half, but
No. This Miles Morales, he's Earth 616. He's Korean.
yeah.
Straight up Korean. 100%.
Like, and the thing
Nah.
is, they'll double down. They'll double down. It's like, oh, this is like a new iteration of the character, right? It's like, no, the one that you love, it's that
This
one.
is him.
Yeah.
This is that one. From this book. From this book. Yeah, this book.
Yeah.
This story. This him.
Yeah, this is him.
And I'd be
Yeah,
like,
he's Korean now.
hey, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Don't do that. That's the only time I got beef. Other than that, I really don't give a fuck. Like, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. Like, I still have to watch Moon Knight because everyone said it was fucking great.
Good. So good. Such a great twist and turns in the story as well. Like really good. Highly suggest.
Caught you.
Did
Fuck
you watch
Conchu.
WandaVision? Oh, you didn't like that one.
I didn't
What?
like WandaVision.
Okay.
It was
wasn't
too
for everybody.
not
Sitcom-y?
actually. Yeah, they tried to do a lot of the sitcom-y stuff, and I think I'm not gonna say it ruined their female characters, but I think it took away from what Marvel is. Like it feels like almost because I didn't watch Jessica Jones, so I can't speak on that. But it feels like a lot of the shows they tried to the female stars they tried to make it more sitcom-y than actiony, and I'm like,
which is like you didn't have to do that. They did it for
Yeah.
She-Hulk as well, which also did not have to.
I
do.
hated
Did I
She-Hulk.
like it? I did like it because I was like, oh, this is like a law show. It's not a superhero show. But I wanted it to be a superhero show because, like, everybody else, all the boys get superhero shows.
Let's not flip the script. We know what we are. Look, you don't hit up a killer and ask him to do some gardening. Nigga, if I want you to dig a hole, I want a body put in it. Let's be real here. You tried to change what this killer does. Let the killer kill, goddammit. Don't tell him to dig and put flowers in. Put a body in the hole. God damn it. That's what I wanted. And that's what I didn't get with She-Hulk. You know how much they cucked me on the last episode? Like, huh? Oh, you thought you were getting some big fight? We're taking him to court. I was like, get this shit off my screen, man. I was upset.
The
They're
only
hilarious.
Marvel show I've seen was WandaVision. I have not made an
my
attempt
shoes.
to watch anything else ever.
I understand if you don't do it.
Night.
I understand if you don't do it, but I need you to watch She-Hulk so someone can understand my anger.
No.
Because Jordan liked it. Because Jordan was like, oh, this was a nice
All I needed to
change.
see. Twerking with Meg is all I needed to see from that show.
So fun fact, I called it. I was like, something feels wrong about this twerk scene. My gaydar was going off. And I was right. It's like a 6'5" man who did the body stuff for She-Hulk when she's in the suits and stuff. So the twerking was nigga. And I was like, that's why I didn't like this.
So you are straight.
Just because there was a subtext of men there, not the.
It was man ass. percolating.
Um,
And you know what's really crazy? Some dude's like, damn, She-Hulk got ass. I'm like, something feels wrong here. And then it came out, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
I think you'll enjoy Moon Knight. Moon Knight was really good.
You know what was really, really good? So
Do
good
you
that they
like
wanted to bring back Daredevil.
what? As I thought people liked Daredevil.
No, I said it was so good they wanted to
Oh,
bring it back.
okay.
There was one scene in
do you-
particular where it was a hallway fight scene. And you know how in like superhero movies, like niggas just be whipping ass and just come out, like not exhausted? Daredevil's a normal nigga. So they did that whole scene and he did the fighting. That's it. It was just him. The whole scene. So like you see him getting more and more tired, throwing niggas around. And I'm like, this is more accurate to how fighting 8 niggas in one hallway would be. I would be exhausted.
Do you like Indiana Jones?
Nah.
No. You don't like we're
Watching
going on a
people get
quest
whipped.
to get
I like the Mummy. I saw that.
Talima? Talima?
do you like it to the mummy? Yes, it's like that kind of sequence. Like there's a mystery, we gotta go find an artifact. We go find an artifact. Trouble, find an
The
artifact.
fuck are you talking about?
Moon Knight.
Don't
Yeah.
don't tell me. I don't like things spoiled. I don't want to know shit.
I didn't spoil anything.
No, you got a
Oh.
bad habit of spoiling things on accident once you get
No,
started.
and then like mystery around artifact and me find out gotta solve mystery to use artifact to stop. Dude.
Random bullshit. Go.
Mm,
You don't get that
I'm
meme.
gonna say like this. When it comes to live action shows, my interest is very small. I think the things that I like to watch are
Agreed.
very disturbed. They're very disturbed things.
Well, I won't say it's disturbed, but it does have like this.
I think I got you beat, bud.
I'm trying not to like ruin it for
I
Greg.
still
It does
need to
have
watch
this,
Made in Abyss.
uh,
That show's gonna fuck me up in a good way.
like the mystery is
Worse.
deep.
Let me
Let's say that.
get that worst list. I'm gonna need that. I'm a very disturbed person.
So but yeah. So I do suggest it for Heat, and if you don't like it, Heat, I will never suggest anything else for you ever again because obviously I'm not good at suggesting things for you.
It's
So
not that. To summarize, I would probably watch Moon Knight at some point, but I'm not watching it on my own.
but I also don't like.
You
Do
trying
you
to
want to
Moon
watch
Knight
it
and chill?
together?
Oh, no.
Right.
No, I'm saying it would be on because someone else is watching it, and now I'm interested. I'm not going out of my way to watch it.
I don't like. I've learned over the last, let's say, 6 months. I don't like live actiony things either. Like unless it's like Drag Race, which come on,
Is that
that's
really
not
live action? I was about to say.
That's what I was about to say.
They're very animated individuals. I'll give them that.
Like unless
One of
it's
my
like Drag
friends-
Race.
One of my friends,
Hello?
no bullshit, in middle school came to school like, yo, y'all watched Drag Race last night? I'm like, y'all be watching shit with cars? He's like, no, RuPaul, nigga. I'm like, I felt so out of place. I was confused because other people were like, yeah, I saw RuPaul. I'm like, am I the only one not hip? So I went home and tried to watch an episode, and it was like, I'm okay with not being hip.
So, yeah, no, I was meant to be out the loop.
I was meant to be out of loop with this one.
The loop was not for me on this.
Like
Mm-mm.
unless it's like something like that, I'm really not interested in live action things.
So I've had this conversation with Joy because like I tried to get her into more animes, and I was like, here's some things you would like, and like showed her a couple, and she has enjoyed a few, but she's like, overarchingly, I don't like animated shows. I don't like stuff like that. I'd rather watch people. She's like, I want things that are close to me. She personally likes seeing black people in black shows. I'm like, that's nice. I don't. I use TV as an escape from the harsh reality of this world, and sometimes they have real life themes, which makes it more connectable, but I don't want to see people do the shit I already do and the experiences I already experienced personally. I want some
Does
different
she
shit.
like Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur? Does she like it?
I don't fucking know.
She should watch it. It's so cute. For
Well,
black
you're up.
girls, if you have little black girls, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, super good.
So this was my last one.
Yes,
Yep.
We missed honorable mentions.
we didn't get there.
Oh, I thought we do honorable
You
mentions.
usually do
and-
honorable mention before your last one, Diva.
Oh, I'm done.
Well, anyways, I would just say my last one. My toxic fan base that I'm gonna give the number one spot to is guys that watch anime, and not guys. If you don't know the difference, I'm talking about the guys that hear a girl watches anime.
Oh
and they
yeah, what's
start-
your top 3? You seen Naruto yet?
If
You
she
like Fruit
says,
Basket?
"Nah,
Nah, you ain't an anime fan. You like Nana? You like
Nana,
Peach Girl?
fire."
Nah, you ain't an anime fan.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've seen all of Peach Girl and Nana. Why? I
I-
don't know.
So I'm a quick mini story here. My parents went out of town on a trip, and I found Nana I think on Hulu, and I watched the episode. And then they were out of town for 3 days. I spent those 3 days watching Nana, and I hated every second of it.
I hated
But
every
I
second
binged
of
the
it.
fuck out of
But
it.
I binged the fuck out of it. I don't know why.
Fuck out of it. And I hated every second of it.
That's
I wanted
how
to
it was
slap
with
Nana.
Peach Girl. I found Peach Girl on Funimation. Our Aunt Ronnie had fucking Funimation on her TV, and I was at her house for like 2 days for some shit. I don't know why. And I was in the crib. I was like, Peach Girl, what the fuck is that? Watched all of it. Watched 12 episodes of it. I was like, I didn't like a single episode of this, but yet I have watched every episode. Confused as fuck. Don't understand it.
Yeah. I've ranted about those guys in the anime community a lot, so I'm not going to rant today. Heed, you got it. Thank you for mentioning them. Y'all suck. And if you ever come to me and say, oh, you're not a real anime fan, I will punch you in the throat.
Okay, that's not
Because
nice.
I'm not the 1, 2, or the 3.
You could just, like, say Chi-Chi ranks higher than Goku. You know, give him a small aneurysm like you almost did me.
I'm going to punch him in the throat, and then I'm going to say Kamehameha and punch him in the throat.
And it's gotten better over the years just because there's actually like a lot more women that openly watch anime. But just like even at some conventions, when I be in lines or I be hearing other people's conversations, like dog, do you not realize you are very much scaring the hoes right now? Like
Heed, I'm not
You
gonna
can't
lie.
get-
You are the only reason my perspective has been broadened at cons. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I didn't think like how you said, and now I'm constantly thinking that. Like I have to think, because he said 2 things. The first thing he said was like, people might be, you know, like I said earlier, people might be like scared to talk to you. Might be they're one. I'm gonna do it, good. But he also said at a party later, he's like, this is some niggas like only time out the house. Like I was like, oh fuck, you're right. Some of these niggas don't leave they don't have social interactions. So like I have to constantly remind myself of that shit.
And there's two there's 2 sides to that coin. There's the ones who don't have because you don't have social interactions, like you're just really excited to do things and you're really open and tend to be nice and
Right.
just are nervous, or you're a fucking asshole
Damn.
because no one has punched you in the mouth. And let me be the one to do it.
But I agree with you guys that side of the fan base is
let
super
me be the
toxic.
one.
are very wild. Just
Allegedly.
stand. They
Yeah, I didn't know what it was because I'm in Chris's office and actually the service in here sucks. That's why
It
we
was
had that.
I think it was my connection
more.
more. All right. He your video's still going, brother.
Yeah,
I'm learning how to
There he is.
talk deeper. There we go. I'm learning how to talk from
Yeah,
my
dude.
stomach.
lower tones like DDG does.
Absolutely.
I can talk from my stomach.
Talking from your stomach and your diaphragm are 2 different things. I've learned that. Diaphragm is like around here. Stomach is down here.
Aren't you a sexy one?
No, I'm not yet, but I'm gonna get it down.
All right.
Okay. I was
What's your
about to
last
say.
toxic fan base?
I was about to say really quickly before anything else that I agree with you guys. Those guys are pretty annoying. I wish better for them. I hope they get enough social interactions. But like he said, you are actively scaring the hoes, and I am super. Shout out to the anime ladies who have been coming out of their shells. A lot more girls have been getting into it. A lot more girls have been saying they're into it because I know it was a stigma for guys and girls a long time ago to like not say anything, but guys will still say that they watch it. Girls wouldn't. So now that more girls are coming out, it's like, it's super dope. So shout out to them, but stop scaring the hoes, because stop.
And I've been watching anime for like as long as I can remember. Like I used to like plan to stay up to watch Toonami. Like I would like plan to do it. And so like people, no one knew. Like even now, well, I guess when the podcast first came out, like telling my age again on Facebook, like my friends would be like, "Oh,
What?
you watch anime?"
What is Facebook?
You forget. On Facebook, my friends would be like, you watch anime. Have you seen this? And I'm like, yeah, love that show. Or no, I haven't. I'll check it out. Or and like, oh, can you suggest anime to me? And blah blah blah. And so I get it. And ladies, anime is for you because guys take their shirts off and it's hot.
And they
There's
have
a whole
yaoi.
anime about dick fighting.
There's a yaoi. It's a category. And Yuri.
Yes.
Like Yuri.
Mhm.
I don't know what those mean. Yaoi means boys love. Yuri means girls love.
I started getting into yaois.
I bet you do.
I-
They're a little
Nope.
slow for me though.
I bet you're really into Futa.
fall in love.
Yeah,
Huh?
she actually messed up my algorithm with.
Was that a wink?
I was trying-
It just like you twitched. It's just like you went. Futas.
Because he was just going to keep talking and let it go.
I was never gonna let it go. I'm calling you out, brother.
Oh my god. No. I guess since we're pausing, I was just gonna say this one messed up my algorithm because for one of those clips, I was trying to find like some boys love anime scenes, so I had to watch compilations to find the right one, and I'm just like, how did I get here?
Your algorithm gonna be fucked up for the next 3 weeks, big dog.
Yeah. Some of them plot lines sounded interesting though. It's just at some point like, somebody's getting bent over, and I didn't ask for that.
Yes, you did.
No,
It's
I
a
didn't.
good. You know, it's a good story if it's good without the bending.
And what's crazy is it actually got me to remove an anime from my watch list because I don't read the genres, I just read the plot. And the plot sounded nice, and then I find out, no,
Someone's
it's not
getting
your
bent.
typical Naruto. It's not your typical Naruto Sasuke moment. At some point, someone's getting bent. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not into that.
Sasuke, you can't leave. Why? Give me one good reason. I'll give you a couple.
Expansion jutsu.
Excuse me? Fuck. That's not Naruto's thing. Shadow clone jutsu.
I gave him a couple good reasons.
Forbidden art gangbang.
That scene from The Boys.
Oh, that's gross. All right.
Was really gross.
Which scene? There's so
The-
many.
The sauna.
The sauna.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's the one I was thinking. Cool. But you could have met what was it, Herogasm?
No, because he wasn't at here. It wasn't the same person.
Yeah.
Nah, but it was Kasplooge a lot.
Yeah, but you were talking about shadow clones, so that's what was like.
I would
Yeah.
burn myself and the clothes.
All right.
My last
Greg,
one.
would you like to tell us your last
My
one?
honorable mention is One Piece because the fandom can be pretty toxic. I'm
You
just gonna
must
leave
watch
there.
it. You just gotta. It's only gonna take you this many days. if
I'm
you
not gonna
watch
lie to
this
you.
many episodes a day.
If you start watching One Piece, it's like how we explain like all those I get like Peach Girl and Nana. Like you just start watching it and you're like, I'm not fucking with it. And then you find yourself 100 episodes later, like why am I here? And then you're like, oh, I like this. And that's how it's been for every content creator who watches it. Like, I don't like it, I don't get it, da da da. And then they get into it and they're like, I think
I'm
I
here
love
now.
this. I think I love this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on? I understand it, but like, it's so magical. It's weird. But
I'm sorry, but I have to mention this because when I was younger, people that watched One Piece, I hated them because the people around me that watched One Piece, they'd be like, yeah, just start from episode like 130. It's like, yeah, just skip everything after Alabasta, and that's when it's good. I'm like, so you're just missing all the characters. Just jump into a random story.
How did we get here? All of them.
Yeah, just okay, all right. Sorry.
No, you're good. But the one I'm gonna say is the D&D community. There's a lot of good people there, but there's a ton more bad ones. And you can look up stories on YouTube, on Reddit, all about D&D groups that were ruined by murder hobos or people who want to run a dark story and think they're being edgy, but really they're just little fucking criminals and weirdos. A lot of people get main character syndrome in there, and I think it shows through, and it's really weird how some people want to move in D&D, honestly. Like, I've heard some stories.
I also think, like, how do I describe it? Like, some people aren't patient in D&D. Like, I give a big shout out to ours, because I didn't know what I was doing ever. I'm like, where is that? Where's that on my sheet? Where do I find that? Oh, I have to click this. I got to do this first, because I just didn't know. Did I watch a couple videos to kind of prep me before? Yes, I did. But I still just didn't know. And like, you guys were super patient with me and just like, it's over here, move your mouse, like that. But like, a lot of people aren't like that. And they get like really, because I did a couple plays with some other people. Like, I tried play more D&D, and people were just like, why don't you know? And it really turned me off to playing, because it's just like, I don't know. I'm new. I'm learning, and they aren't patient to learners. Or like, you can't do that. Why would you ever think you could do that? Because I thought it was cool. I thought of it, and I figured I could try. Like,
and that's the thing. A good DM usually works with the players. Oh, you thought of this. You want to try this. All right, let's figure out a way within the rules and within what you can do at this current moment to make it happen. Versus like someone's like, no, you can't do that. That's not what the rules say. Like that. Those kind of people are fucking annoying. Like, it's supposed to be a game of imagination and possibilities and a wonderful wizarding world and shit. Like, it's supposed to be fun. But when you restrict it to specifically what the words say, then you restrict yourself. And you get some niggas that are going to be like me and be like, okay, the words say this. So you're saying I can do this. And then you'll be like, no. And I'm like, the words.
But I mean, the words, they don't say I can't have sex with the body.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're niggas that want to do that. But then there's smart DMs, like, they'll be like, I want to seduce the dragon. And be like, cool, roll for piercing damage. It's like, excuse me?
Yeah.
You seduced it. Except you're not doing the bending. And it's staying in the dragon form.
A podcast I listen to sometimes on long car rides. It's called Girls Who Don't D&D, and I thought that was a fun one to get people into that don't know, because basically it was a guy who plays D&D. He was DMing for a group of his female friends, and they're all adults, and they're maybe late 30s, I would think. None of them knew how to play, so he was kind of teaching them throughout the way, and it was just funny, like, hearing them, because like their thing is, one thing, they were obsessed with people's shoes. Like, after they murdered somebody, they wanted their shoes. Like, as a group, they wanted the shoes, and it was like, oh yeah, she had on some red bottoms, and it's just like, okay, whatever, sure, yeah, so you got her shoes. And it's like, oh, and don't forget, girls, like every episode they would start the day by changing their underwear. They were like, we got to make sure we're wearing fresh panties, because they had a bag of like endless storage, and it was full of underwear, so they could change their underwear because they're out adventuring, and you don't want to, catch something while you're out. I'm just like, why are y'all thinking of this? This is adorable. I love it.
There's another one, a really good D&D podcast you can listen to is Dungeon Daddies. There we go. It's a group of dads. They meet up once a week, and they had a D&D campaign. And, like, it was an isekai story where they were, like, all living their normal lives, relatively speaking, and then they got isekai into a D&D campaign, and, like, none of them knew what any of this shit was. They're like, one was a janitor from, like, who was born in, like, the 50s, and he's like, I don't know what any of this shit is.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so be nicer, people. Be more welcoming, be more open, be more nerds.
Look at you go.
That's how you
like
know.
You work here or something. I don't know.
if I got episodes.
I'm thinking of getting Bmore nerds on this side. You feel me? I already got space weights on this one.
I kind of want to get Bmore nerds, but I don't know where I'll put it.
I'm putting it on my goddamn neck.
I think I would put it. I put it like here, next to this one, but like more like here.
And I say that because, like, I got my neck tattoo because I was like, it's my dedication tattoo. Like, I don't want to be working a 9 to 5, but I want to be slick with it since I have long hair. I'm like, I could get it right here and no one will ever really see it until, like, I make it. And then I can wear as many, like, low-cut shirts as I feel like.
I don't care. I show my tattoos every. Well, the ones I can show.
You can do that.
Yeah, I am artsy. My hair's thick.
You're working in an artsy profession. I don't. I'm supposed to be professional. Now, if I had sleeves, they wouldn't give a damn. They'd be like, "Oh, you're just one of them boys." Oh, I'd be like, "Hey,
you're rough."
Yeah, I'm not. I'm short as hell.
One day I'll get my Joker tattoo. Oh, no, Grimjaw. I'm gonna do it in the hand.
I told Joy, I'm like, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I make it, I'm getting death on one of my hands. I'm getting it. I'm telling you now, I'm getting it.
She said your right hand.
Yeah, but I would definitely get it. I wouldn't get the circle. I'd just get death. And then my parents would like, why the fuck did you do that? I'm like, cause it's cool. What?
Did I tell you? So Chris was so surprised to find out Daddy has like no tattoos.
Why?
She was like, not even one. And he's like, no. He's like,
don't-
not even one. You know how he is.
I don't think Chris understands our father in the slightest then.
I think it's because me and you both have it, so they thought like maybe Daddy has at least like
Somewhere.
one.
Once again, I don't think Chris understands our father.
No.
He's never been that. He's never struck me as that kind of guy. Period.
Me neither. I almost got Mommy to get a tattoo. Of course.
What?
Yeah. I was like, we should get matching mommy. This is back when I watched Ink Master all the time. I was like, we should get matching mommy daughter tattoos. She was like, that would be cool. And I was like, what? And then
Mom couldn't
like
handle the
then they
pain.
pulled
She's a
out the
puss.
needles. Right, then they pulled out the needles and she was like, never mind, it's not that cool. And I was like, nah. So close.
All right. Show us your ears.
All
Unless anyone has news.
right. Yeah.
California's
talk
on
about-
fire.
Yeah, California is on fire. So
Atlanta got like 6 inches of snow.
yeah.
Fun
Good
fact,
one.
I learned, I forgot who it was from, but I learned that the reason that Atlanta's been out of like school and work for so long is because they don't have the resources to plow all the snow in the state.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that because I'm from a
Yeah.
state that has the resources to do so. So
Yeah.
like our snow is plowed like the same day, maybe the next day. For them, they don't have as many snow trucks and snow plows and salt trucks to keep it off and to get rid of it. So it's like they have to get all over. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I was talking to someone in one of the Discords I'm in. They're like, I haven't been to work in a week. I'm like, what? Why? They're like, I live in XYZ and we don't get snow. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. There might be a second snowfront coming, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the
Parts of Florida's
meme?
gonna get snow, but like the panhandle.
Have y'all seen the Punk Hazard memes?
Yes. Yeah.
The West Coast is on fire. The East Coast
Yeah,
is
East Coast
freezing.
is on
They're
fire.
like,
That
oh,
was during
Yeah.
Punk Hazard. Jesus Christ, huh? You know how long ago it
Um,
was since I read Punk Hazard?
There was something. Did we talk about the maybe we talked about it last episode, or maybe we talked about it offline. Did we talk about the top 50 anime list here?
We didn't. We were doing good on
Just
time,
one-
but if you want to,
I just wanted to mention how like it just goes back to like our toxic fan base conversation.
man, actually, gonna do a quick rant. You got my gears turning.
Okay.
Fuck all of these major news outlets that are letting these niggas who don't read, who don't watch, who don't generally enjoy these forms of media. And if
Yeah.
you do, correct me if I'm wrong. Talk to me. Let me know your thought process, because there is no reason. This is what, the third or fourth time I've seen a publicized, edited, and reviewed piece come out that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Who released this one again? Sorry.
IGN, I believe, right? No, Screen Rant. It's Screen Rant. My bad. It's Screen Rant. IGN was the last one I was complaining about.
Yes, when they did the reviews of what episodes? They did review episodes of JJK.
It was a review of the season of JJK versus the final episode versus, I believe, like the final episode of I think it was the Hashira arc of Demon Slayer, and they gave like that a 10, but they gave JJK overall an 8, some shit like that. Crazy. Pissed me off because, like, I get you're entitled to your opinion, but at the same time, like, the way that some of these opinions are being explained is showing me, like, this isn't what you normally do. Like, you got this as a task.
This was assigned to you, right?
This was assigned to you, and you did it because you had to. And, like, you were just like, oh, fuck this. This was cool. I did it because I had to. It was cool, I guess. Like, you're one of the niggas we've been talking about. You're probably one of the niggas that rewatch Demon Slayer over and over and over and over again. Like, bro, watch some fucking something the fuck else, please. And, like, the thing that pissed me off about this 50 list, none of the big three were on it. I don't even think some of the new age big three were on it. There were so many iconic things that were not on here to say top 50 ever. It'd be different if they said my top 50 ever, because I will never argue with someone's personal list. I've said that numerous times. I've said that from now on. I think I said this like a year or two ago. From now on, when people ask me what are my top anime, I'm not going to say the big three and shit like that. I'm going to say what my favorites are, because you asked what my favorites are. My favorites are X, Y, Z, period, right? This is what I enjoy. It doesn't have to be the best. It's what I enjoy. Now, if it said my top list, I get it. But the fact that it says the top list, and you don't include these, and they're nowhere to be found on the list, like, position can always be argued, but the fact that they're not on the list is egregious. Whoever your editor is just said, oh, cool, you made a list. Send it out. They don't watch shit. You don't watch shit. And whoever cleared it before your editor, reviewer, they don't watch shit. Fuck all y'all, honestly. Niggas need to hire people who actually watch shit. I'm not saying it's got to be me. I'll put in an application. I'll do the fucking work. But y'all pissing me off with these lackluster bullshit lists and reviews, dog. That's my rant.
Get that, like, the worse the list, the more, like, clicks and talks about it's gonna be, but, like, even a good list would get talked about. Lists get talked about, good or bad. Good, bad, ugly, in the middle. If it's a list, people are going to talk about the list.
I feel like at the end of the day, you're saying, like, it gets more clicks, but that gets more clicks. After that, you're no longer a reputable source in my head. Like, for lack of a better term, you've ruined your credibility. In my eyes, someone probably feels the same. You've ruined your credibility. Why would I come to you for any other news or opinions based off of this thing where your opinion off this, based off of the anime community as a whole, people have been telling you, you're fucking wrong. Period.
Yeah.
To that, you've ruined the relationship that we have or could have had. Because now it's like, I'm not looking at this as like, oh yeah, no, I get that, I feel that, or this could have gone up higher. I'm looking at this like, this person doesn't know what they're fucking talking about. They don't have any good people on staff. Why would I ever read another article at that point? If anything, I'm going to listen to the other person who's constantly reading it and getting pissy about it and saying like, this is a crazy article. I'm going to watch that. I'm not watching you. Fuck you. You look like you've been reading the list and you just been going through and ready to say some shit.
It does look like are you reading the list?
I'm scrolling through it to
come on, aficionado. I want to hear some shit out of you.
I mean, I think this
What's
is
the top 5?
funny. The top 5, if I remember, were Mob Psycho, Paranoid Agent.
No.
Shit, I gotta scroll back down. I should have did this on my computer. What did I say? Mob Psycho, Paranoid Agent, Cowboy Bebop. Then
I'll accept it.
A Full Metal.
I'll accept it.
And Kaiba, which you would never have heard of Kaiba, but yeah, that's funny. Kaiba's an old
that is
one.
an interesting top 5. What okay.
Kaiba's an old one. And then, I mean, top 10, it goes Eureka 7. I have a love-hate relationship with Eureka 7, but not top 10. Revolutionary Girl, Tina. I plan to watch that. I don't think it should be on the list, but that's 7. 8 is Madoka Magica. and Sunny Boy is 9. I watched Sunny Boy. That's in the same category as Paranoia Agent. You have to really be into Seinen, which is like outlandish themed anime to like that. And then it's Berserk at 10.
Berserk should be way up higher. Berserk as a whole in the creator has passed, RIP him, has had more of a wave than most of the things I just heard on there. And it's number 10.
Well, the whole list goes out the window when I think like 28 was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I am a very large fan of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World 1.
Is that even an anime?
I was about to follow up with that's not an anime. That's not an anime. That is a comic. That is a game. That is a movie. That is a bullshit adaptation that I hated. But like I said, it feels like to me this person got the job and just fucking cherry picked the day before it was due. Like you didn't. There's no care in this reporting, and it pisses me off when I see shit like that, because it's like,
you know what pisses me off most about it is, so it's like there's no care behind it. And here's the thing with like the truth about anime, there's a lot of money in anime, like there's a lot of money in this community. And so you put out this list because you want clicks, you want the money, you want the revenue, but you're not putting in the care for it. So you want us, so you're going to give us bullshit and then expect us to like be like, oh, give me more, please. I don't got to get anime from y'all. I have no problem reading dubs. I have no problem finding it. I have no problem ordering my stuff and waiting a month for it to get here. Those are problems of mine. So, like, it's lovely that it's mainstream. It's so nice that it's mainstream. But the money was already here before it was mainstream. The reason why y'all made it mainstream is because y'all saw the money in it.
Right. And the people, I get it. And the people loving it, like, there's every industry trying to get into it. Like, the music industry with Meg. But Meg's already an anime fan, so I'm not going to blame her for that. But the music industry with Meg, the football and NFL industry with all the posters and like live posts they've been doing for the game schedules and stuff like that. Hell, even the soccer's been getting into it. They had Goku in Wukong on one of the posters. Like everybody's getting into it, and I love it. But at the same time, the saturation does not mean the quality should be going down. In my opinion, it should be staying up. But the fact that you guys are letting it go down is like, it shows me that to you this is a cash grab. And it's fine if it is, but like, have some effort behind it. Like, you can take my bread, but like, at least give me something for it. Like, don't bullshit me, dog. Like,
because I don't have to give you my bread. Like,
right.
I'm sorry. The way the anime community works, I really don't have to give you my bread.
I can give it to someone else who actually gives a fuck, honestly.
Yep.
And that's just my pet peeves and my rants on it, because like at the end of the day,
great rant.
I get it, business, but like, please, there are so many anime fans out here and so many content creators who will write you a fucking article, a fucking good list that'll get you clicks, get you conversation, etc., etc. But, like, you don't have to bullshit. And if you don't want the task, toss it to me. I'll fucking take it. I'll submit an application tomorrow. But, like, please stop with the bullshit.
Like this, again, right. Like, I feel like it is similar to, like, the movies and stuff that we get from, like comic book adaptations, anime adaptations. And you can see that there's no effort behind it. It's just a cash grab. And it's like, it ain't have to be this. There's so many people out there who are willing to put in the work.
I feel like reading this list, someone's boss said, hey, we want to do an all-time anime list. And that person might have seen a couple anime. But overall, they walked around the office and asked people around the office what anime they've seen. Because this list is so random that there's effort put into the descriptions of these things, but it's like, how did you reach that conclusion? Example, my mini rant on this. There's a Gundam on this list, and it's like the story of like 080. I forget what that was titled. But the gist of it was, that's probably like the one Gundam where there's nothing interesting about it. Like they
Someone,
just picked a
someone
random
on,
one.
someone on TikTok was ranting about that. They're like, Gundam, amazing series, so many good ones. They chose the worst one. I was like, damn, because
Yeah.
isn't there like 7 different Gundam series or more?
A bunch of Gundams.
So many Gundam. Gundam's been around
There's
since
so many Gundams.
1977. Think about
Damn.
that.
But that's my
Yeah.
point. I'm like, y'all just.
Like
I'm
they
just
literally
disappointed.
You could have tried a little bit and
Yeah.
done better than this.
You could have went to someone else's top 10 list and just put some shit from there, honestly. Like, but I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
It shows me I'm gonna end on a good note. It shows me that companies need people who are anime aficionados, that guy down there, to be able to connect with this larger audience, because anime isn't going anywhere and they're going to keep trying to do cash grabs, and if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. Like, one that was fucking amazing, I mentioned it a few minutes ago, the Son Goku versus Sun Wukong China versus Japan soccer game. That flyer was gas. And you know what they said? Someone said, look, this Sun Wukong game, everybody hyped about it. It's going crazy. It's going to be up for game of the year. Da, 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 da. And then everybody loved Goku. Let's just throw them two together on this poster. Gas. That thing looks amazing. That's a good cash grab. You got my attention. I don't even watch fucking soccer, but I was going to tune into that game.
It's next year.
I know.
Well, this year. 2020.
Yeah. But my point is, like, that's a good one where y'all did the work and had someone who knew the information and the research and said, these two things go together. There's several occasions where that happens. But, like, this one, yes, they go together.
Well, I have arguments, but okay.
What are your arguments? I will debunk them right now.
The argument is that Goku is based off of...
Correct.
Like the son of.
That's a fact.
He is not the son of. He is based off
not
of.
the
Yes.
son of, but you know what I mean. Like, it's like if I'm dad, then this is my son. You feel
Okay,
me?
and who doesn't love a good father-son match? Look at Baki.
Oh, okay, you win.
Yeah, I mean,
I love Baki.
That makes sense.
Baki was interesting.
Let's take the literature that is Son Wukong and take the modern day Western type adaptation of Son Goku and have them go against each other.
Yeah.
Right. And people love asking can Goku beat him? Like, for all of my anime fans, I want you to know.
He can't.
Goku could never. Sun Wukong is built. He has 4 layers of immortality.
It doesn't even make sense.
So
That's a fact. He's immortal 4 times.
He's immortal 4 times over.
That's like saying you're infinity multiple times. Like, it doesn't.
I'm infinitely power. Sun Wukong only loses fights, honestly, because he don't have a way to one-shot the other gods, which are also OP. Like, and for story and plot devices. Like, in all honesty, that nigga's fucking OP as shit. It doesn't make sense. But that's neither here nor there.
Yep.
My head's pulsating from thinking about these niggas and how they make me. Let me see if fucking Screen Rant got some openings.
Hey, I mean,
you
some of my favorites made the list. Shout out to Summertime Rendering, Gurren Lagann, Steins Gate. What else is here on here? Oh, Space Dandy is a fun one. Samurai Champloo. You know, those things made the list. I'm okay with that. You know,
Samurai Champloo is definitely on my top 10. I think it's like number 9-ish.
It is not in my top. I could not get into it.
And that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion.
You guys ready for ears?
Sure.
So we're still following the Disney Eats collection from 2024. This one is a fun one because I also have the bag to match. So for March, they did macaroons. So here are my macaroon ears. They're 2 different colors.
Well, for now, I'm just gazing at the moon.
They're plain on the back. And they're like really plushy and soft. You know, like a soft material. And I also have the lounge fly to match. So like matching bag. And like you can really see that it's like a macaroon when you like put it to the side because it's got like a separate filling, which is a pocket. It's a lovely pocket.
It's a pocket?
Then, yeah, I love pockets. And the inside is just like a bunch of like the print on the bag is like a bunch of like macaroons. It's super cute in the Mickey shape. and it's
That,
just like a little cloudy thing.
that's
So
necessary.
I did not spend full price because I don't know if you guys know, if I've mentioned, Loungeflies typically run about $85. I did not spend that much on it. I got the Loungefly at the outlet. I think I might have got the ears at the outlet too. It has the Disney Eats on the side.
How much was the lounge fly?
$30. I got it for $30 at the outlets. Yeah, I usually wait for certain stuff to go to the outlets and just get it then, because it's like less than half off. Instead of paying $85, I got it for $30. So
That is me shopping at Macy's.
You know?
so
Oh, you just reminded me. I
yeah.
gotta pay. Gotta pay my Macy's card off, dog.
So then it makes a cute little like this, and this is how, if you ever see me at the park, this is usually how I wear it around, or I have my ear hook. So yeah, so these are the ears of the week, and it comes with a bag.
Lit.
I think that's dope that you can put the ears in there. I wouldn't know
Yeah.
those were macarons unless you specified it. They just look like, I don't know. The inside of the bag does help.
Yeah, the inside of the
yeah,
bag
yeah.
helps, but yeah. So
Okay.
that's they came out in March of last year, so yeah.
Definitely better than last week's ears. I didn't like
I like this set. I like this set a lot more than the other set, dog.
maybe because it's not like Disney, but it is Disney.
Yeah, I like it when Disney does covert shit. Like, it's not Disney, but it's definitely Disney. Because, like, then I don't feel like it's Disney. Because Disney's okay to me. I'm not a Disney dick sucker.
I have Disney Adidas shoes. It's you know those all
Also,
white.
you're a Disney foot jobber. Got it.
You know those all white Adidas shoes, the low top ones, the Stan Smiths.
Yeah.
They came out with a Mickey one, but it was like the comic book strips on it, so it's covered in like a comic book of Mickey things, and it's 3D, so they came with 3D glasses.
Oh, that's cool.
That's so cool.
They're one
We
of my
should
favorites.
wear those when we do our 5K.
Oh,
No, don't wear those when we do our 5K. But
Yeah, it's a terrible
or
idea.
just don't do the 5K. I think that's a better idea. Wear
I
them
think
and
that's
then
the best idea, actually.
Heat. We can run through the parks, and the characters are there. And if we do it in California, we can get on the rides.
I'm trying to take
I missed
7
out on
shots
the-
and then go into Magic Kingdom.
I missed out on the airport one. I'm not doing nothing special. The airport down here was having their 50th anniversary, and they were doing a 5K that you could run on the runway.
On the tarmac? Oh, that'd have been cool.
Yeah, I waited a week to get the tickets. They were more expensive than a normal 5K. They were sold out.
Damn.
Damn.
It's like, damn, now niggas want to be healthy. Oh.
It's the beginning of the year, you damn right. Or the end of the year for that, but yeah.
Nah, this was like October, September. Something
Oh,
like
never
that.
mind. Niggas is still fat
What
then.
y'all weeks?
I started swimming again. So that's nice. Counting calories.
Yeah, I saw you at the pool.
Oh, you did? That look good?
I mean, I saw your location. It was in like a little blue box. I was like, oh, he's at a pool.
So you do be checking my location.
Oh, yeah, I
He's
wanna
caught.
say something.
Facts.
Told you I was,
But
I
yeah,
told you I was together.
I've been hitting this yardage. Been trying to get like, so as Diva can attest, when you start off the season around this time, yeah, for most school seasons, you start around now, maybe a little bit before in the fall,
It'd have been in
closer.
November.
Yeah, but like right now, you'd be like coming back from winter break and stuff like that. Maybe on your winter practice, like still going to practice, like while school is not in, because that's what we did at Poly. Nigga, I hallucinated once. Then that's a different story. I stayed up for 48 hours straight. That being said, yeah, so I've been, at start of season, usually somewhere in between 2,000 and 3,000, getting your body right, getting back up to pace. By the end of the season, you're probably at 5 to 7. Like, you're getting your warm up, you're getting fast paced sets. Right now, I'm hitting about an average like 2 to 2.5 for my sets right now, which is really good considering this is only the second week back. That being said, I'm trying to get back in the flow because I hate the gym. Me and Diva talked about this earlier. I hate lifting weights. It's so boring. It's so annoying. So repetitive. So painful. I hate sweating. Fun fact, you sweat when you swim, but you never notice it because you're in fucking
'Cause
water.
you're wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never noticed that I sweat, like, in water. So I really hate sweating. But that being said, like, I'm trying to swim more days than I go to the gym and then just have hard focus days on the gym 2 days a week. But your boy's trying to get his body right for DreamCon, so we'll see what happens. Doing the voice acting thing. Started that last week. Been doing some researches. Been practicing on voice depth. Still working on it, but we're gonna get somewhere. Other than that, work's going good. And niggas been playing the shit out of Marvel Rivals. Check out the stream. We be in there. You know, I'll be big man, big dude, doing big things. Reed Richards. We went on a 8-game win streak the other day. We were dog walking kids.
You gotta stay competitive.
In competitive, yeah. I went from silver 3 to gold 1 and almost touched plat. Oh, I'm ready for some tourneys. This coming Friday.
You need a group.
I'm in a group.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The DMV Anime Club, they have a separate like little thing called the Icy Coalition that they all play games together. So, I mean, the console group for that, and then my other group is the Blurreds. I'm about to leave that one because a lot of them aren't ready for comp, in all honesty. They're not bad. They're just not the greatest team, and it's not that I don't want to win per se, but it's also like I'm a part of the IC Coalition too, so it's like I told them I'd help them out this season anyway. So I was like, bet I might just top back and forth season to season. So right now I'm about to help them get a couple members to gold, because I like to say that in terms of gaming, one of the things I always want to do is be a YouTuber, because I'm better than the average gamer. I pick up on a lot of things fast, as well as I can do a lot of different roles well. My biggest flaw, if I had to apply for a job, what's your biggest flaw or your greatest weakness? Say it with me, Heed. Situational awareness. I'm not always conscious of what's going on outside of myself. So like,
do you have main character syndrome?
Yes and no. So like, I'm focused on my task. I'm always trying to get MVP, right? But I'm focused on what I have to do. So if I'm playing DPS, my goal, I'm focused on killing people. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to provide damage. I'm not paying attention that my healer might be getting assaulted in the back line, or that they're really far back. I'm like, y'all need to be with me. I'm going to do this. However, if I'm playing tank, my focus is now defend the point, defend these people. I'm doing that. Or if I'm a healer, my goal is to keep my team alive. So my situational awareness is dependent on what I'm doing.
For simpler terms, in Blue Lock terms, I'll say he's borrow in whatever role he's playing. Like he's going to play that role because he said, I was born to play this role. I don't care what's happening around me. I'm doing this.
Getting goals and shit, you feel me?
Yeah. I
feel like I'm degree stop turns.
I'm the opposite. I have metavision. I see everything that's going on, and I might not be the best at everything, but damn sure can do a lot of things well enough.
Yeah. So I'm a good player. I could improve to be a great player, but I'm better than the average person. Like even in games where I lose, I'm still doing well. Like I don't think there's been many games where I've gone negative, which is more deaths than kills. Like most games, I'm in the upper 20s in terms of kills, in like low single to double digits maybe. Like I'm not dying that much. I'm doing my jobs. So
like 17 deaths.
Pages. Heat, how's your week?
It's been up and down. I've been trying to find a rhythm with work, and I've been still putting this place together. I've finished this corner setup, got things put together. Excuse me. I finished my wall of villainy, which I didn't realize that. I'm a big fan of villain characters.
I saw. It looks good.
Thanks. Once I get bigger things, I have different size hexagons, so I'm going to decorate around that. But yeah, just trying to adjust. Eventually going to get back to being a human being in the back end of this month, I hope. But we'll see.
Diva?
My week... I went to Universal this weekend. I did get some content. I realized it's hard to get content and like enjoy yourself.
Depending on what
I go to have fun.
Yeah, depending on what you're doing, I guess.
But like in the sense of like, okay, like I'm trying to get like info about these rides and stuff like that. Like, I just want to ride it. Like, I want to ride the ride.
Maybe
I'm
you
here to
should get a
ride the ride.
GoPro you can strap to yourself, so then you could just record and then do things. Because don't you have
Oh,
my
that's smart.
GoPro actually?
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to delete stuff off of it
Oh,
because of an
oh,
accident that happened.
oh. Let's not
No,
get
it
into
That
that.
really
wasn't an
wasn't.
accident. That was on
No,
purpose.
no, it was an
No,
accident. So we
no,
were
we don't need to
trying to
get.
figure out how it works,
Mm-hmm.
like how to like stop and start recording. And I'm always naked, and so Chris like recorded me naked, and then I was like delete it, and they was like I can't, and I was like I don't know how to do it. So
And then
I
y'all
didn't
were
want
like,
to.
"Well, fuck it, it already there. Let's just finish
Let's
what we were
just
doing."
finish what we started, you know?
No. So I was like, I gotta call Greg to ask. No, stop. So I was like, I gotta ask Greg. I was like, we can't give this back to him ever. So we delete it.
Oh, Lord.
It's
Dog,
my brother. I can't give it back.
I swear to God, you're
So
special. What the fuck? Actually, let's start there. How did. One,
they don't know how to delete stuff because I've been meaning to ask you because I
you
forgot.
know, the first thing I want to say is that's such a Chris thing to do. I expect no less. So, first, let's start there. Secondly, I'm positive there's like it's touchscreen or there's buttons. Like you can delete things pretty easily.
When
Like
you
that.
cut it, when you cut it on, it just starts recording. You know that, right?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It
So
doesn't because you can change the modes. That means whatever you guys were doing to turn it on, you were hitting the start button as well. And
All I'm hearing is
I'm not
yes.
helping you. I'm sorry. I don't want to see that.
Figure out how to get it off. I will give it back once I
Oh,
figure it
you
out.
guys are fucking idiots, bro. What the hell?
Um,
it's
but
for
we
sure.
had a
Killing me
really
here,
fun
dog.
we had a really fun time at Universal. Sunday we went grocery shopping, getting the house together. We're getting into like our new routine. Um, I realized like going to the gym in the morning just doesn't work for me. I cannot get up. I don't care how many alarms I set. I'm not getting up. I will roll over and say 20 more minutes and 20 more minutes until I'm almost late for work. So I decided that I'm gonna go to the gym after work. But I also need to study because my New Year's resolution is so last year I was working on myself like physically, like I learned how to dye my hair, I learned how to do my nails, I learned how to do lashes, learned how to do brows and all that other stuff. And so this year, I want to do more professional growth. So I want to learn two new programs. Well, not learn, more like relearn. I just haven't used them since college. So SketchUp and Rhino. I'm using Greg and Jordan's Future House as my muse. And then I want to pass my test. So like now after work, I'm studying, and then Chris is meeting me at work so we can go to the gym because my job has a gym for us to use. So that's really been it. Just trying to get this new schedule and make it a routine, like make it more routine and less like sometimes it's yeah. Trying to be a better person.
That's how you can be. Just keep up with it.
Yeah.
That being said, I have nothing else. So this has been episode 128 of the Be More Nerdy podcast. Be sure to follow the podcast on all social medias. Hopefully TikTok stays. So TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky. Yeah, more stuff coming to Blue Sky. And Twitter and YouTube. We're on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts. So, check us out there. Make sure you're listening. Don't be afraid to like, rate, subscribe, and send to your friends because this podcast is the only one that's going to keep you happy all the time. I promise. Be sure to follow me at Mr. Space Waste if you want my personals. But at GalaxyGreg _ spelled normally because I finally got that just with an underscore. All of my gaming content and podcast content goes there. So be sure to follow it. And be sure to follow me for streaming content because we will be streaming and trying to get into those tourneys. Diva.
It's your girl, Diva XOXO. You can follow me at Always the Diva. You'll see all of my park visit stuff, and pod stuff, and all of my life stuff, all that great stuff that I'll be doing there. Please comment. We want to hear from you. Share our stuff. Let us know what you want to hear from us. Well, even if you have like an anime, like a topic you want for the show, let us know. We want to hear from you guys and tell us what you think about these toxic fan bases. He?
You know, you can always find me at honesty_heed, movie reviews and more things to come once I figure that out. But for gaming and pod and nerd stuff in general, cosplaying, because I will get back into cosplaying this year, you can find me at I'm HDTV, all one word. That's
He
it.
did it. He got it. Yeah.
Simple.
Keep it simple. It's funny because his name is HDTV on every fucking thing.
Everything. Yeah.
All right,
That's
but that's how it was with me with Galaxy Greg, because Galaxy Greg was taken, right? So like,
Yeah.
I did Galaxy Greg spelled with a 1 and a 3, and the 13 was
Yeah.
gonna be like my signature thing. But like, and it still probably will. But like, once I figured out that searching me is gonna be harder for a lot of people, who's like, oh, what is it again? So I just made it. I just take the underscore and use that wherever, and like the 1 and the 3 will just be like, if you know, type of thing, you know.
Gotcha.
But we are the Be More Nerdy podcast, and that is episode 128. So be sure to tap in for all the other episodes. We're on YouTube now, and remember to be more nerds. Base.
Yeah, chair. Yeah, Greg, I'm really excited to do you guys' house. I'm